Hello, everybody. Reggie Time here, and in just a minute, I'm going to review a 45-minute session I just played on PokerStars 25 and I'll Zoom with my very good friend and colleague, Harry. Harry and I are very different players. No doubt he'll be telling me what an absolutely filthy, disgusting nit I am, and then criticising pretty much everything I do because he is one argumentative fuckwit who always wants to try and win the argument. So it should be fun looking back at these. Looking forward to it. Before we get into that, tonight in the Poker Lounge, the club I'm involved with, we are running a £250 MTT starting at 7 p.m. UK time. If you want to get involved with that, then message at the Poker Lounge on Telegram or reply beneath the post on Facebook, and somebody will get in touch with you and help get you set up. It's going to be an incredibly soft event. It always is. We've ran satellites into it. I think there's already 17 or 18 players in who are typically just like low buy-in, relatively like loose passive-ish players. And then like the people who buy in quite often are like just dusters. Expected to generate minimum 10k prize pool, £250 buy-in, £125 rebuys, or £125 optional add-on, and it will be soft. So if you fancy just taking a punt in a soft tournament, get in touch and we can get you hooked up for certain. But now we've got that out of the way, let's bring Harry in and get ready to get my arse ripped into a massive hole. So here's
That's my
Harry.
screen though.
You can't see my screen. That's a fucking marvellous start, isn't it? Let me pause. Right, let's go. So it's running on double speed because why do we not want to do double speed? Anytime you want me to pause, or anytime I want to pause, I just hit the pause button and you can slag me off. Well, here's the spot straight away. Nines button.
Yep.
I'm
Free bet all
presuming.
day, yeah.
Yeah. Aha. Aha. Ha, ha, ha. I don't think it's necessarily a mandatory 3-bet. I've been looking at some like new ranges on GTO, which is specifically for 25 and L, and they've actually developed ranges with cold calls in all positions. Do you want to see them?
I believe you, and I believe it might be a thing, but I'd still disagree with it and just 3-bet this hand always.
Okie dokie.
You got
Well,
a really good hand. You versus the cut off.
guess what? I'm not going to.
Right, okay. You just lose initiative, like it's already getting just a bit mad now, isn't it? Cold
Yeah,
flow, I
of course it
guess.
is. But as you'll see throughout this, as this video goes on and my HUD populates, you will get to see just what an absolutely massive fucking collection of Uber stains there are in this pool.
Oh, 100% agree. I just think you just lose the initiative a bit, don't you, in these spots? Like, I guess the guy's checking in, but I'm more likely to bluff certain runouts.
So, as played now on this river, do you think your nines have enough showdown value, or are you just like, well, your captain's shit, I don't think you can call, and just bluffing?
No, I think you probably lose a lot, win a decent chunk. I don't think the guys are going to be bluffing enough and they're just going to give up hands they should never give up. You probably have enough to just check.
See, I remember this, and I was just like, I think he can have some weakish ace X that's just trying to show down. I think he can have like
Yeah,
tens,
David
jacks,
King.
queens, maybe a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of king X. And I just decided there was too much that we were going to lose to, and I decided to bluff. So if you were going to bluff here, what size would you be using?
Big, very big if I wanted to bluff. Kind of want to like check as well. Yeah,
So like,
something like that, yeah.
so like that kind of
Yes.
big, yeah.
Yeah.
This
If you're
was
going to
just,
bluff, I like this size.
yeah, just try to get him to fold his entire range. And he clearly doesn't have a strong hand at all, but I still
Yeah,
think we just
yeah.
lose to too much. I think that's
Yeah,
just like,
it depends on the player as well, doesn't it? Like a lot of
well,
people just end up here with like Jack 10, 9, 10 and just give it up.
I didn't know him
But
at all. I had literally one hand on him at the time, but
if you're going to bluff, that's a size.
I just assumed like probably tight reg until proved otherwise.
Yep, fair enough.
So right, 9's here versus Under the Gun. Then are you still just 3-betting it, or does it change because
That's a fish. The guy's got a broken stack, right? So you're gonna assume recreational. So I'd 3-bet always again.
you fucking love a
Just
3-bet, don't you? You fucking love your
yeah.
3-betting.
I think people just play worse than 3-bet pots. His size immediately screams weakness to me. Bet for value here, definitely. Yeah. And I bet again, to be honest, but small, like 6 big, something like that.
Yeah, I remember this one too. I did tank a little bit, then decided I had too much showdown value to, well, not bluff, if you will, but like it's kind of like I just felt like it was too thin, and I just had chunks of showdown value. I'm just going to win a lot.
That's fair.
On
Just
on
pause, just pause, and we'll discuss this, right? So
Okay, mate.
once he's bet small on flop, and then check called your small bet on turn, and then really quickly check the river. I don't think there's many hands at all that you beat by. I think he's going to have some type of showdown value himself, like poker threes, poker fours, 7x, 6x, ace high. I think you've got to always bet this and assume you're going to get a lot of folds.
I wouldn't disagree. This is definitely a blind spot in my game where I'll get to rivers and not value bet thinly enough. Definitely.
It's difficult because like some people are going to end up with 10x, but I just think it's so rare that. Anyway, see what happened.
You see, I was genuinely thinking about it, then I just elected to check, and that's exactly what you're saying. We could have easily got some value from that.
Yeah,
I think we could definitely just go like 70% there and get called all day. But
I don't even think he need to go 70 though, because he's not going to have his range is just so weak. Like he's going to end up folding. You want to get called by everything.
So you'd reopen. So you'd reopen for like small there, would you? Because I know that's not what you're thinking. In theory,
stop with your theory.
Yeah, stop it. No. I'm just saying because I'm like,
I know.
Because it's just like autopilot, hardwired in. You know, I do sometimes when I'm playing in the club and playing against like genuine fish. I don't give a fuck. I will just bet whatever I think they'll call with my value, and if that's less than half pot, I'll do it. But I'm less inclined to do it in
just pause
mainstream
games because you got 2 spots here, and we'll just finish discussing that hand first.
Yeah, okay.
But, it's probably not a thing in theory because you're just making yourself super exploitable, right? It's very hard to balance opening with a small size in the river. But like no one's raising anywhere near the amount there should be or bluffing anywhere the frequency there should be. So I feel like you can just get away with small bets or do whatever you want, really.
Yeah, I completely agree.
If he's a reg, then I'll disregard all of that. But yeah,
So,
anyways, continue. You got 2 spots
over here with these aces. This Trapman T is I don't know him as personally, but I'm aware of him. He's a MTT regular. He tried a couple of years ago to get on the Triple H stream team, and he tried really hard. He was shilling the fuck out of everything, spamming everything. Then in his own Discord, which I wasn't in, but I had people in, he was like, "Oh yeah, I've got it in the bag, this, that," and then he got beat by some absolutely boring cunt, and it was fucking marvelous. It was quite magnificent, and he's a proper smug cunt too. He doesn't stream much anymore, but he's one of these that, you know, if he could fucking kiss his own nipples and suck his own cock, he definitely would. So I was very much looking forward to stacking him here, or at least trying
before you press play, I will say that this is just like a personal theory from playing these games, and I'm not 100% sure on how the spot should work. But see these small blind 3-bet spots when I've got the nuts like SS, I just never ever want to 4-bet because I feel like every time I 4-bet they just fold. Not every time, but I feel like people in this pool, like the regs, or even the slightly native people, they do 3-bet too much from the small blind.
No, I don't think it's 3-bet too much. And like the stats that I've got definitely fucking back that up. But
and actually, let me rephrase then. Fold to 4-bet a lot.
Yeah, they do. So. I was going to say they absolutely shit themselves when they face 4-bet, and they're right to shit themselves when they face 4-bet because it's the 4-bet ranges are just way too fucking strong. And I was toying with the idea of trapping here. I ended up not doing it. What size would your 4-bet size be here versus this 12?
In 728?
Let's see what I did. Keep your eyes on this one because we are going to 4-bet here and he is going to fold. But we have got the ace king. So if we just focus, because this is just going to go 4-bet fold now, so we can ignore this side
okay.
and we can just focus on the ace king.
Yeah, so let me just look at this guy. It seems like a reg. I just start small bet, yeah, 1/3. Just pay close attention to how fast he responds to it before I make a decision on turns. I'm not getting anything from that. I just check.
See, this is where I differ. Like, I will just routinely double barrel in this spot and then just fucking shut it down because I think you get floated so often by like pocket 3s, pocket 7s, etc.
You can just bluff that on the river, right?
Yeah, but is it as credible going bet check bet on such a dry board? I mean, my value's not going to check
If the guy's a
here, is it?
reg, why not?
Nah, 0% chance I'm going to check value hand here. I don't think. Well, not zero, but close to zero. Because what am I going to do? We're going to start just check shoving aces, maybe. Then if we just no, but then we go check call, and then river just goes check check so often. Because as you well know, people just do not fucking. I think we lose too much value by checking. We lose too much EV by checking our value here, and I think that there's just so much. Still, after like with 3-bet, he hasn't 4-bet. We've just range bet the flop. He hasn't raised. I think he's got so many like call folds in his range, and sometimes we can just get called and then still hit an ace or a king on the river and shove. So I pretty much always double barrel here. I go 1/3, then I usually size up to 2/3. As a default.
You can call pretty wide versus double barrel because he's going to be expecting it on a queen turn, right? It's a good card for you. So like, I think checking and then bluffing river get to keep his range still fairly weak and it's still credible in my opinion. But fair enough. Obviously betting's fine. Surely 3-bet.
Well, here's the thing. Not normally I would, but you look at this guy, he's got a 15 VPIP so far, albeit over a pretty small sample. He's a broken stack, and yeah, I don't. This will, and I know you don't want to talk about theory, but this will typically, mostly 3-bet, but it will mix some calling. And I think versus someone who's so far showing himself to be pretty fucking tight and who's raised under the gun, I'm more inclined to more heavily mix towards call than I am towards 3-bet. That's my reason for not 3-betting, and feel free to challenge it because I'm not saying I'm fucking right by any stretch. I'm just giving my reasoning.
The only challenge that I have is I get all that, and it's obviously fine to call, but you've got is orange tag reg.
Orange tag is reg that just isn't aggressive pre, and yellow if you see one of them is somewhat like if we look over here, small sample. This guy's got an 11% 3-bet. All the oranges are down at like 6 and like 5 here, 9 there. So you need to get to like a double figure 3-bet before you move to yellow tag.
So the problem with calling is that you're now going to invite one of them to call behind, and you're now sharing your equity in this pot with a good hand with another regular. So that's just reducing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Your EV massively, isn't it?
But again, something I've been looking at is that people just aren't very cold calling in these games. Like you can see, like the gap in the PFR. There's a hand later on, I think, where I raise the button flats and I check his button flatting range over a big sample. It's like 4%. So
also big blind, and it's only one big blind more to call.
Yeah, they're big blind definitely. And I don't think too much these players because I think people just hit the fast forward button. I mean, that we've got a bunch of people playing like 20 VPIPs. They've already gone a lot of the time, haven't they? That would be my argument, which is why 3-bet range is, in my opinion, so much stronger because they just get on with it. When I used to play this years ago, I chatted with a couple of people whose games I respect, and I was like just auto folding small blind way too much. My argument was that if I just auto fold small blinds and buttons that are like bottom of range, I'm sacrificing some EV, but I'm like making it up in like just getting more volume in. And they convinced me that that was wrong. But I still think there's an awful lot of players that are exactly like that. They'll just be like fast fold, especially the ones that are 4 tabling. I think they're just fast folding everything unless it's something they definitely want to stick around and play. For example, I don't think they're just going to be all of a sudden waking up and being like, oh, I'm just going to peel 10-8 suited on the button now because I'm getting better
No, no,
odds.
no, of course not. But like anything like pocket deuces to pocket eights, queen off, jack off, possibly like king 10 suited, them sort of hands.
Yep. I mean, I say I'm not looking to argue with you. I'm just like,
No, of
ever
course
since
not.
I
That's
saw
just my
GTO Wizard had ranges with cold calls, I got so excited. I'm like, cool, cold call is legit again. I can do it. I can
I
start
would just
doing
ignore it completely, in my opinion.
it.
And look how difficult. Right, you've also got cold call twice here, and look how difficult this
No,
spot is
yeah,
now.
it's an impossible spot now. Just whatever.
Ignore GTO Wizard.
No, I don't, I'm not like saying, oh, that's my God, I'm going to do it. I just like the
Pause
fact.
here, actually.
Oops, sorry, mate.
Pause.
I just like the fact
I
it's
would not.
actually a
Oh,
thing
sorry.
that I can do it in theory land now.
I would be immediately wanting to bluff this spot. Immediately. The guy's never got. He checks back flop. A small turn. It seems like either some sort of weak SX at check turn or KX. I think he's extremely capped here. And I would just go ballistic, especially if he's nitty.
Yeah, you do like a go ballistic. What we'll have to do one day is you record yourself playing a session and we can show everyone just how ballistic you are willing to go because it's fucking scary. Some scary shit going on out there in Harry's mind.
Then everyone starts calling.
Man, just folding here. I felt a bit sad. And that your point there becomes more valid, doesn't it? When you start letting two people come in behind.
Yeah.
It is a problem.
I think it's important to always like be watching for these spots where people do look weak as well. Like, you should at least, even if you don't take that bluff spot, you should be pausing and thinking about it, in my opinion.
So here we've
What's this defend the big blind?
Yeah, we defended the big blind versus virtually min. Check flop, probe turn. I think it all seems pretty reasonable. And I'm about
I'd be betting river again.
I'm about to block the river for that.
Yeah, I don't mind block.
35%.
I think you can also do bigger, but block's definitely fine. What's happened on the right table? You've opened small blind.
I opened
call.
it just he's then just
And he
dropped
docks.
into me. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So what? How much did you bet on the turn?
I probed 1/3 and then I've gone 1/3 again.
I don't see how he can have a blush, but I also don't see how he bluffs. Because what's his 3-bet out there? So 2017 17 3-bet.
Yeah, over a very tiny sample.
How many hands? 130. Oh, I'm quite. Very curious. Also,
I was curious. I just don't think we need to call here.
Yeah, that's true.
Versus sizing. I mean, pretty much just looking 8 extras, hasn't he? I mean, yeah, fine. If he's bluffing, good for him. That was where I came down at.
What about bluffing again?
I prefer to.
It seems like
I prefer to have a diamond.
I don't think he's ever got a flush though. I think when he arrives here, he's like taking some. If he's got value, it's something like 10-10.
Yeah.
Check back call on third.
I
feel like people don't bluff this spot
I
too much.
appreciate your heart. I haven't got the balls to pull that move off. Even though I'm like you, I'm a bit like, what is this? It doesn't really make sense. Well, I'm afraid you're not going to, mate, because obviously Reggie's staying folded. But I mean, I'm massively on board with the fold there.
Yeah, I think fold's good. I think he's probably got some type of weird value hand. You need to put a label on that guy. Flop, I'm immediately uncomfortable, but obviously call. I'd fold now.
See, I'm going to call again here.
That's fair.
And my logic is something I picked up from Hungry Horses when they don't bluff rivers, you can call more on turns. Like he might just double barrel 10-9 here and give up, for example, or Queen 10 or King
Yeah.
10, King Queen, etc. So it was like just a short you put out ages ago that like resonated with me. He said when they don't bluff rivers, you can call more on turns. I don't know what you think of that.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. I just fold and think he's going to be so heavily skewed to A6 from min raise. Just 100% feels just like an S, yeah.
So he'd have flattened the small blind because I don't think we're getting squeezed anywhere near an appropriate amount at the time. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, it's fine. I still probably free bet, but I mean, it's not important, is it? Not like gonna make a big difference.
Without a
Very
heart,
uncomfortable. I would float the flop there.
I think without a heart, I don't want to.
Yeah, it makes sense. Maybe somewhere I'm going wrong. It's fucking tiny in it.
This one, I was contemplating 3-betting, but
Yeah, I don't think I call this underneath a
no.
3-bet or just
Well, this
fold.
guy's like more aggressive pre-flop. He's got
Yeah.
zero positional awareness. He's tagged yellow, but he's the only reason he's yellow and not orange is because he does at the minute 3-bet more than population quite significantly. But if you look at his positional awareness, like these are all raised first in stats. He just has no positional awareness. He just has hands he plays and hands he doesn't play.
Legend.
I'd contemplated
I would
3-betting.
also open the King 7 suited there.
It was 3-bet or fold, mate. It
Sorry,
had
my
been
bad.
opened.
I missed that. Yeah.
And that is the type of hand I will 3-bet if I have a bigger sample on players and they've got.
Yeah.
Like there's this guy who's folding at 3-bets like nearly 60% of the time. I would use a hand like King 7, King 6, King 8, etc. But I had 10 hands on him, so I just didn't bother.
You'll have to bear in mind that I don't know the HUD stats you use very well as well, so you might have to explain them at some point.
It's fine, mate.
It's relevant. I think you can also 3-bet that if he's fold to 3-bets so high.
3-bet the Queen 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably in there.
Just against that guy specific, like it's obviously a super fine call.
I don't have a particularly high 3-bet myself. I think mine comes out at about 8.5, which is still higher than population, but still way lower than theory.
Mm-hmm. I think you're starting to call a bit too much, in my opinion.
Here we're going with the small 3-bet. I think maybe versus the fish, I could go bigger, but he's got this big gap between his VPIP and PFR, and I didn't want to put him in a spot where he wanted to like play a 4-bet or fold, so I just went that. And maybe I am overdoing the small blind cold calls, but as I say, the squeeze percentages are absurdly low.
Yeah, I see this poker 5 spot. Like, I might just, I don't know. I might raise that. They're very annoying, them spots out there.
So here I will use two sizes. I'll use small when I'm weak and bigger when I've got a hand like this that wants protection and wants to get some value. Don't know what you think about that.
Perfect. Yep. I think we can still go fairly big again, right? Just immediately snap full to anyways. Yeah, I like it. One big blind on the river.
What was it? But the one we just missed there. Queen Jack
Yeah,
versus
it's fine.
5x. Are you folding versus the 5x open?
Sorry, where's the Queen Jack?
Pause it in a second. It's going to be the next hand on the right.
Oh, right, okay.
Totally unknown player with a broken stack, 5xing.
Probably just folding, yeah.
I would flat the button, I think,
Mm,
but I don't like flatting second to act.
yeah, it's just better spots, isn't it? That's the good thing about Zoom is you don't have to wait for the hand to finish. I'd check, but obviously betting's fine too.
Well, I've
Ugh.
started like just betting rather than checking because I think that the hungry horse thing of people stab too much, I don't actually believe that's true in online. I think live maybe it is. Online, I don't think it is. I've got like a stat in my pop up, like, well, everyone has in Poker Tracker with the float bet, and it's population average is like sub 40%. And I just don't think it's as good as it might
Sure, I
be.
think it's also nice to just have some strong hands in check, and also the fact like this board's quite dynamic. You're not gonna have a 3 street hand that often. It just gets a bit dicey to play, doesn't it? As soon as a bad turn comes and you've bet flop, 3 bet all day, surely.
The guy's 15/12.
Don't care.
Don't care. Zero fucks being given.
9.5 bigs. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, like immediately betting first fish. You bet pot.
I would have potted, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd have potted. It's fine. No, check and value bet first. Check again. Well, this is fine too.
I don't know if I miss value on that river. I think it starts to get thin when you bet twice, but when he doesn't raise, just how often does he have a better hand?
Yeah, I think you're still good a lot, but it's just very difficult to get called. So I'd just check, and you can still trap. Immediately getting triple barrel vibes. Never mind. I've been looking at my big blind calls, like spots like this. I think I need to start 3 bet as the button more. So I would always call sixes, but I feel like we can just 3 bet.
Well, the thing is, you play mostly on party, don't you? So you're not going to have the benefit
Yeah.
of having the stats.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like if you like keep looking around these stats, there's a world of difference between. There's some people playing very similar VPIP PFR, but some are like very nitty early and very wide button small blind, and then there's other people like the one we looked at earlier who just same hands all positions, and being able to differentiate between the two, I think, is pretty important if you want to
Yeah.
do some exploit.
Dicey turns, but I like bet again, but I like that hungry horse thing, like 4 big blinds. Um, see how he reacts, make him raise off his good hands. Wow. Oh, that's I would go very big here. Just assume he's never folded an ace. Let's check. Nice. Nice hand.
Yeah, because people aren't three betting appropriately, I do get a bit worried about tripling off on ace high boards.
Yeah, that's
If they're
true.
not three betting a lot of the ace X hands that they're supposed to, you can often end up just fucking binning yourself.
I often do.
I know, I've watched. There's a pretty spicy one coming up soon that I'm very interested in your opinion on.
All right, interesting.
It's about as spicy as I get.
Let's see. Put your hand in it.
Okay, well,
So
can't tell you that because you know I'm going to be you know I'm going to be spicy, and then it'll
all right,
influence you.
okay. All right, okay.
You
I
know, you
don't
just
like coal
yeah, I'm just
nowadays.
not expecting to get squeezed, mate. That's the thing.
I understand. It's just difficult to play. I think life's a lot easier once you three bet yourself. Versus these like nitty type of players. It's different because if you play on the app and you can call eights all day because if you're hitting a set and there's 4 or 5 people involved, you're just always getting a stack. But here, you're still often only going to go heads up 3 ways and not going to get called off super late. So if I was going to make that play, I'd be looking to see who's in the big blind.
Yeah, to be fair, in that one, the big blind small sample did have an 11% three bet. That King Jack off was another one I would normally three bet, but the guy back here, he played 0 out of 14 hands, so just never going to three bet there.
Mm-hmm.
But they're the sort of hands that I will take and use as three bets because I couldn't give a fuck when I get 4 bet, blocks 4 bets,
You just
etc.,
defending 7-8
etc.
there. That might be a leak in my game. Honestly, I don't know charts and stuff, but I just defend this
I
every
know
time.
offsuit 7-8 multi-way is just going to perform horrendously, surely, isn't it?
I honestly don't know.
And then you got this guy who's again, look, his button raise first in's only 25%. I don't know, mate. I mean, I think you're losing money by defending there. Suited, obviously, all day, but
yeah, I'm not denying that fact as well. Looking at my big blind stats, and I do call too much and lose
like
money in the big blind.
like back years ago, back when you were probably still at school, the logic was the better the price you're getting from the big blind, the more you should call. But actually, when you look at it on the machine, it actually folds more. When the small blind calls, its continuing range is narrower than when the small blind folds.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're halfway through and I haven't had a bollocking yet. It's not bad. I'll take it so far. There might be bollockings to come, but I'll take it.
You'd have got a bollock if you didn't three bet this. Small bet with intention to go crazy. You can't let this man win with 4 big blinds. You can't let him win here. You have to bluff here.
You have to bluff, you
All
think?
in.
Yeah, I think you can just call. Because I think that's what I'm about to do.
You can, but you're just going to lose to some nonsense, aren't you? Like pocket sevens, a 6. You're going to win sometimes, but I'm not sure I like it.
Just what is that, Harry? He just didn't 4-bet pre and he just went check small. I'm scarred by these games, Harry. I'm fucking scarred by them. Which is why I don't do some of the shit you do.
The strange thing about that hand is that hand probably calls, but all the rest, like, I don't know, 10s and under probably folds. It's probably married to his kings. Anyways, nice hand, unlucky. Your bet. There you are.
But you would have 3-bet the Queen Jack or?
Yeah.
You are a fucking psychopath.
I would squeeze here. Especially because the guy, yeah, like, maybe you can go bigger, like 14, 15. Fine, though. I'll be very wary when he continues, though. I like this Queen 10. It's going to be the spicy hand.
I have to wait and see, mate, won't we? No spoilers.
That's my read. Flop check raise.
This guy's got a 54% C bet, but a 91% turn barrel.
Oh, this could be the spicy hand. Is my read good?
I'm not prepared to say. So this guy's got a 91% turn barrel, and my understanding of these overbet spots are that I think a lot of regs use them way too often and then just do an awful lot of checking back rivers. I think a hand like King Queen here might do this and then just check back, Ace King, etc. Aces maybe even. But what are we doing versus overbet? We've turned a little bit of equity, but not a lot. But if we think this is sometimes just going to be a hand like one pair, are you ever doing anything?
I like standing into the moon, yeah. Like 30 bigs jam over.
This is the spicy one.
Yes, good read. What cards do you continue the bluff on?
All of them.
Even a king?
No, but maybe not a king. Maybe not a king. But now are we just sending?
Yeah, there's only one size, isn't there? Anything less is weird.
I mean, I'd fake time banked there. I knew we were sending it immediately, but
yeah,
we had to go for the fake tank.
I think this spot's nice as well because you can just have a lot of diamonds that fold. They're better than your hand.
That's my one bluff of the month, Harry. I don't have to do any more now. I've done one.
It was a nice one, yeah. Good hand. Three bet, yes. What's blue tag, sorry?
Just looking like whale, like 83 VP. It's only 6 hands,
Oh.
but I like tagging them a very different colours just so I can be aware when they're about, because obviously I'm going to play
hyper aware.
wider.
Just pause there, go back. This is what I'd start being hyper aware of, is like how fast these guys actually check on this turn. I think it's just going to be super weak. I would immediately attack this turn and probably river, even though they are very bad. And 2 very quick checks on the flop and 2 very quick checks on the turn, no thought.
Yeah, and I think I'm inclined to agree with you. I just don't particularly love 3-bet. Bluffing off on these boards when we've 3-bet and we've had a cold call. I don't have the courage to. Right, I'm just like, well, I haven't got a hand. Fuck it. Which is lazy and pathetic.
It's uncomfortable. 100%. I'd definitely bluff the river. You could even just bluff the river now as well.
Ace 10.
See, you just like
Ace 10 just gets to fucking win. No, I'd just given up. I mean, the minute that flop come down, I was pretty much giving up. I just don't. It's not the sort of board I like to do it on versus these like player types.
You just need I don't know how to explain. Like, I know it's very, very uncomfortable. Like, you've got King 7 and the board's horrendously bad, but everything's telling you that these guys just don't even have a minimum of a pair of eights.
No, I'm not arguing with you, mate. I'm not disagreeing. It's definitely a weakness.
It's uncomfortable. I might squeeze this as well. But yeah, that's basically fine. So with that, quick checks again as well. I don't like small here, but I do like bluffing. I like we've got another spicy hand incoming.
I know you hate the flying. I know you do.
I would just immediately go nuts there. Sorry, what's happened at my King Jack?
This is the guy from the previous hand, the blue tag, who just checked down and couldn't beat ace high in that 3-bet, in that small 3-bet pot. So my opinion here was we just have showdown value with King Jack.
This let you in.
This ends up just being like a check down pot, because I think there's just we just have showdown value, no reason to bluff.
Yep. Oh, not gonna fold that one, are you?
I think there's one more spicy one to come.
Right. Pause. This immediately, again, another spot I just bluff. When people choose like 1/3 on super dynamic boards, and it's not a size they would choose at the value, I just immediately want to start going nuts. I'd raise flop. It's gonna have too
this
much
might be a
like
decent block to
an
get
X
against well,
jack
'cause it's got a
X.
71% C bet. His double barrel's 80, so we're just not going to. We're just going to be forced to call too wide if we want to like bluff catch.
You can
I
still
don't.
continue by call and like assess his timing and sizing and stuff on turn too. Oh, go.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Feel free to call me weak cunt. It's all good.
Yeah, that was very weak. So this is small blind, call, and call. In spots you send a horrendous to play, but obviously never fold him. What's happened here? Small blind 3-bet.
Small blind 3-bet, and
Just gonna,
I just like, what's your opinion on it? I think getting queens in pre obviously can't be fucking terrible here, but given that we think there's a massive overfold versus 4-bet, are you just flat?
6%.
Yeah, are you just flatting?
Yeah,
It's small sample, but in line with population in general.
Yeah, it's fine, isn't it? I definitely bet. Yeah. I think he can even go a bit bigger. I don't think he's gonna. He might see bet as king anyway. What's your thoughts on the 8?
I think when I've c-bet the flop and he's called,
You see bet. Did he see bet flop? Didn't he?
I
He
see bet.
flop.
I raised and I think I see bet small multi-way, didn't I? Oh no,
No.
we check called. Right.
I bet
in
you
that case,
called.
then I think we should probably just bet the flop. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I'd agree. But, on turn, it's weird.
Again, I think maybe we could, if we don't think they're going to be tripling light, we could just call here and just fold rivers.
I think all options are on the table, really.
I expect I'm just going to fold, but I think I prefer call and then just fold river. He might just continue like 2 overs with maybe clubs or backdoor diamonds, might double barrel. I don't think he's like on the flop. I think he could be stabbing like all pocket pairs. I don't think they necessarily follow through with them on the ace turn. I think people just get scared of the ace when they've been check called, even though they probably shouldn't. I think they do. So I do think their double barreling range now becomes like good hands and draws. But then when he chooses his size, I'm like, oh, well, is it good hands anymore? I don't know, mate. I don't know.
I don't think it's good hands. It might have turned like ace-x of clubs.
I think I should probably call and fold river, but I suspect I'll just fold now.
I'll be... maybe not. It's not. Yeah, something weird about that hand.
80% fold to 3-bet, so we'll just c-betting this. Just not because of my hand as such, just more to do with the fact he's got an 80% fold versus 3-bet. So I'm just going
to... Squeezy ace queen?
I would have hoped so.
Yeah.
This is
wouldn't check back flop.
This is the second spicy one. So we've got a raise from... What the fuck has happened? I thought this was button versus...
No, under the gun open, small blind flight, you squeeze.
Oh, well, I've completely fucked this hand up then. Because in game, I thought it was button open. I thought I had 3-bet and I thought it was big blind called 4. I've totally butchered this one, Harry.
Yeah, where did you jam?
I did jam. I'm surprised because in game I'm surprised now looking at it. Like, why have I got this so fucking wrong? I thought it was button open. I thought I small, but I thought I 3-bet small, and they called forward from the big. So if that was the situation, if it was button open, we 3-bet small, and then a regular called forwards the big, are you then sometimes back jamming it? I mean, now it's a fucking mega punt, but in the circumstances I thought I was in,
yeah,
I think there's a bit of merit to it. I mean, this is. Oh no, that wasn't the one. Ignore me. Then there's another one. There's another one coming at a very, very similar spot to that. Literally identical, but it might actually be the scenario that I was describing. When you think of these like Queen 7 suited types under the gun in a population that doesn't 3-bet enough and doesn't cold call enough, are you popping them in or not?
What, as a 3-bet Queen 7?
No. Just under the gun in a population that we know doesn't cold call enough in the positions where I'll position on you and don't 3-bet enough. Because I'm quite often on the fence with hands like that.
Sorry, under the gun open with Queen 7 suited.
Yes.
I can get behind it. I'm pretty wide in them spots. I'd take all the King 7, King 6. Queen X, not so much.
Yeah, I think probably Queen X is a bit wide.
I'd take Queen 8 suited. All day, I wouldn't think about it. I'd take almost like for like King 4 suited and stuff.
This is the one, Harry. This is where the punt comes.
It's the same guy as well, so it is weird.
It is the same guy, yeah. So we 3-bet, and then we're going to face cold 4.
Have you got a 4-bet start on the guy? He's only like 90 hands.
I wouldn't even bother looking, mate, for 60 hands. I wouldn't give it any relevance. I just looked at it thinking he looks a reg based on my spot sample on the more aggro side. It is a pretty cool cold 4-bet spot.
Yeah, uncomfortable, but it's like you get to do it sometimes, right?
Don't know. I'm looking at that for my sample's not fucking big enough. But I just decided, fuck you in the end.
A bit of knit rage.
And we had a problem. And then we didn't have a problem.
It's nice as well that you get called as well because he's going to make a note of that.
So here we've opened kings. We've just bet small flop, been called. And this is the guy that we check raised and barreled off against earlier. If that's
important,
any relevance.
Important distinction. Yeah, important distinction as well. I would do here. I wouldn't bet small flop. It's just I would immediately target flush draws at a 6, and then I'd also do the same on the turn. I wouldn't bet small. But I'd go like 70% to pot on the flop. I mean, just build a pot.
So as played now with the small bet, what's the turn size?
I'd still go for the same. I wouldn't overbet. I think it looks a bit too. I'd go like 8 big blinds.
I just presumed that ace-x wasn't folding and flush draws weren't folding. So I just went...
You might start folding ace-x though, in my opinion. I'm not 100%, but I would fold ace-x, yeah. Just go the maximum size that doesn't bring a red flag to him, like 8 bigs, 7 bigs. It's unlikely you're going to be using that size with flush draws and stuff like that. Yeah, big bet flop. Oof. Just 3 bets.
Yeah, this is where I got myself.
Check raise in?
Well, I got myself in a pickle because I was undecided whether to bet or check. Then he bet, and then I looked at this albeit shitty sample, and he's never put a single bit of aggression in yet. Post flop, but the sample size is pathetic.
I mean, he's only about 3. He's about half pot as well.
Yeah, I sometimes get myself in these pickles. I don't like.
It's fine. You can get a tad bit greedier as well on the river. I think he's always got the 7x. And just get a bit more.
Don't think there's many more interesting hands, but we're on double speed and we've only got like 5 minutes to go anyway, so we might just be watching. Imagine watching me fold it out. I'm not sure.
No problem. Locking up the win.
Oh, locking it up.
Are these other spots like side boards I like to delay with nothing?
Yeah, because you kind of put yourself in a pickle when like
it is. It's very hard to double barrel because it can just have so much ace-x. Whereas if you check back and then they check turn, especially quickly, it's a lot easier to start going that's in bluffing.
I mean, I was nearly losing the will to live by the end of this because you can see this fucking pool is atrocious. I only play this game either when I want to make a video or when I'm on the app at night and I'm only one tabling, and it's just easier to
Yeah.
fire up a
I
couple
like
of
that
tables
awareness
of
with the
Zoom.
10-8, by the way.
Like the what, sorry?
That's the awareness of finding the bluff with the 10-8. Quick check. I'd always bluff time bluff with that hand.
I've had a
You
bigger
see you contemplating the jack 8.
yeah, well, they've had a bigger sample on him. I sort of handle would definitely 3-bet because he looks too loose. Sample's a bit
One thing
too
I will
small.
say, I think you focus too much on your sample, on your hands and your hood and stuff. Yeah, I think you get a lot more gleaning information just from what people are doing at the table as well. Like, obviously, the stats are important. I wouldn't fully focus on it.
Right, so this ace king, we've had reg open under the gun, reg with a, albeit small sample, but high 3-bet in. Obviously, we're called 4-bet in. No idea what size. It's not a spot I've ever looked at. Well, probably is a spot I've looked at, but I wouldn't, not in depth where
17.
I just know what the
Hello.
fucking size should be here.
I just guess 17, a little bit smaller because you're in position, but no idea. Yeah, uncomfortable, but you have to bet. Don't tell me you bet 10% pot. No,
No?
no,
What's wrong with it?
it's too fancy.
Fair enough. Probably is. Probably is, mate.
It's too fancy, and I just don't think you'd be doing it that much with aces. You've got to bluff. And assume the guy's good enough to fold the jack by the river.
I just presume we could be like beating ace queen,
All in. You
chopping.
have to all. You know, you can, but like, if you just let pocket threes win the pot, it's
Yeah, this is where I'm shit, Harry. Because they say that the too fancy on the flop, then get confused as fuck. When he doesn't raise me, I'm like, right, well, okay. He's probably not 3-betting and then calling cold 4-bets very often with like small to medium pairs. So I think his range is just going to be like 10s through aces, maybe like their 4-bet pre. Then you're going to have a lot of like king queen suited, ace queen. So I just think we had my thick head here was like, I think we're just having a showdown value, and
you're
probably
correct.
not
But
folding.
You've got to also think like you can have all the ace queen, all the king queen, you beat that, but that's folding anyway till you bet on the river, or you bet on the turn, and you just also fold out the rest of the hands. I don't think he's got anything that can call you on the river here if you went all in.
Oh, apart from top ball. I was enjoying you saying that, and now I know obviously like I completely take your point, but I knew what he had there. And hearing you saying that, I was like, that's funny. He hasn't got anything that can call you.
Sometimes he has quads and sometimes he has top board. But
no, I don't think he ever has quads. I don't think the 3-betting 4s in that spot.
No, maybe not.
And that literally was the last intro. Oh no, maybe.
What was his 3-bet though? 20%.
Yeah, like I said, over a really small sample.
Mine's like 13, and I'd sometimes take 4s. Very, very, very quick call. I think atrociously big. I don't think pot's big enough. Yes.
Yeah, and that is going to be pretty much the end because we're set out over here.
Lovely. Good session.
And that is the end. So pause it there. Cheers for that, Hitch. Enjoy that. Let's do one with you through the week. Like, I don't know if you got like screen capture. I mean, it's not hard to get screen capturing software, but I don't know how much of it is like without fucking the watermarks on and stuff. But maybe we could just do a live sweat with you later. Are you still on party? I know you were a bit on Triple Eight as well, weren't you?
Yeah, still on party.
So
I haven't played Triple Eight yet.
all
Just
right,
still on
okay.
party.
I
went on to Stars briefly, but it's just quite neat. And I think I'm just quite comfortable on party poker. I don't want to leave.
without doubt, party fast fold is softer than Zoom. I just really
Yeah.
don't like playing without a fucking HUD. Especially when you got that your mate, are you kidding, M99? Who are just like, if I could have HUD stats on him, I'd be delighted, but I haven't, and he just literally routinely just spoils my fun. Just fucking stop it, mate. And then there's a bunch of like regs in there that I've no idea if they are like actual nitty regs or if they're any good. And I just don't like not knowing. Like in here, you can just see my stats. I know they're all nits, and I could adjust accordingly. But there's other ones like when I can't see the stats, and I suspect a lot of them are probably just like these fucking guys here. But
you got to also think that these guys are just doing it to you as well, and you just get in a spot where you're just making no money, right? Just that you look at them and you go, he's in it, I'm not calling him on the river, and then he looks at you and go, fucking hell, he's in it.
yeah, that's how I won't be playing these kids. I'll be playing on Bet365 the rest of the week until I next make a video. I don't keep a lot of money on Stars. I only keep like $200 something in there because I wouldn't grind these daily for fun. But they are, for doing stuff like this, they're really useful, aren't they? Anyways, mate, are you playing the big one tonight? I talked about it at the start. I'm presuming you are. How many bullets? How many bullets are you firing?
Oh God!
As many
we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
As many as necessary.
Yeah, as many as needed. I think when the rebuy is that much cheaper than the price of the tournament, it's very difficult not to rebuy.
Yeah, and I was watching something from Upswing the other day because it's like something you've said to me in the past is that you'd prefer to like late reg. I mean, obviously you're not going to tonight because there's going to be so many soft chips early, but they were just kind of, they get it if you're volume, but if you're not, they don't get it. Like if you're playing live or if you're playing like an app game. They didn't mention the app game, but app game and live are the same thing basically, aren't they? They're massively against, because they said just the chip accumulation at the start gives you such a fucking big edge, like later in the game.
Yeah, 100%.
So
a tournament that's as big as this, I would always enter from the start. But it's more just how much you value your time, isn't it? If you're playing like a £20 tournament, do you really want to spend that 2 hours at the start? You're not going to be getting much there, are you?
Oh, I think you are in the club
ones.
game. Have you not seen how fucking every single one of them's an absolute fucking drooler? I get it if they were, but if you play well and you just like have reasonable distribution in the first 8 levels, you could like double or triple your stack pretty fucking.
100%. I just mean compared to the price the price point of the tournament.
Yeah, but what else have you got to do that time of night? Either you've got time to play or you haven't. It's not like it's going to be like taking mental bandwidth from you playing, 15 fucking comps across GG, iPoker and Stars, is it? It's just either I'm playing poker or I'm not. But anyways, yeah, good luck tonight, mate. Good luck tonight. And
you playing?
Do you really think I'm going to fucking spend £250 on a tournament?
Yes.
I hate them. Here's what happens in tournaments, right? I play well, I do all right, and then I lose a flip. And then I just want people to get involved in car crashes and shit. I get really salty about it.
It's tournaments, isn't it?
And also, it's my granddaughter's birthday, and we're out for a meal at 6 o'clock, so wanted me back for the start of it. So probably not, although I've looked at the structure, and it does look quite sexy to max late. But then I'm spending £375, and I don't know that I want to do that unless Harry wants to buy half, which I assure you don't, because I stink at tournaments.
We'll have a chat about that, mate.
Yeah, well, if you want to take half of me max lating, then I'm in as fuck. But otherwise, no, almost certainly not. But I shall let you go now, mate.
Right, spot on. Lovely chatting, Reg.
So Harry's gone now. Thank you, Harry, for that. I say it again, even though I just said it. Whatever. So yeah, just a reminder, if you watch this video in time, on the 11th of May, there is a really, really, really soft £250 buy-in, £125 rebuy and add-on tournament in the club I'm involved with tonight. And There's always cash games going pretty much round the clock. Pretty PLO 6 heavy, but enough no limit hold'em goes, especially if you're comfortable starting tables, you'll get the action. So if you want to get involved, reach out to me and we can fix you up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great week. Take care and bye bye for now.